Triple Trio then starts on the fourth event, 1650 the trip. It is a Class 4 contest once more, with 11 of them going to post, headed by Judy's Star, who tries Happy Valley for the first time. Alexia Bedell in the saddle. Volpino still a maiden after 27 starts here in Hong Kong. Zhang Rocks was a course and distance winner last season. Compassion Star gets up from 1,000 to the 1650. Maldives, fourth last time out course and distance, moved from barrier 10 to barrier number 2. Royal Racer placed in all 3 starts this campaign, including a course and distance win. Lady First, another long-standing maiden, 35 starts without winning in Hong Kong. Happy Ichiban, not in his best best behaviour last time out, more on that later. And Fresh Power of a mark of 42, not too far away from a class drop. And here's the one, Tom, that's been up at Chung Fa in the last 30 days.
Yes, he certainly has been. Compassion Star to go forward here under Tony Picone from gate number 1. He has led in the past. That was in behind Master L, but you've got Happy Ishibana there, who reared up in the parade ring and fell over. It had to be late scratched there last time we saw him. Lady First, Joe Moreira rides for the first time for Tony Cruz. Royal Racer there, best for you. Maldives should get a nice run through on the rail. Zhang Rocks looks a little tricky there for Zach Purton. Maybe Royal Racer, they opt to go forward and take their chances at roll the dice to try and get in somewhere.
Zhang Rocks moves nicely in his track work, 400 metres for him. His win did come over this course and distance. He's drawn a little bit awkward, that's the problem with him, barrier 11, but he's going well, and his runs this season, both of them have both been pretty good. Compassion Star, Tony Picone, playing up a lot here. He was pulling a bit in his work here, wanted to go a lot faster, this horse. He has got barrier number 1, so we'll see if he does get out on the pace there, but you can see hard to hold there for Compassion Star. And Maldives, the other one we're looking at, he's going nicely. He'll get his opportunity as well. He's drawn well in barrier number 2, and was a nice run behind V Chevalier last time. So he looks going nicely, and the stable's going well.
OK, let's start off with Judy's Star, who makes his first visit to Happy Valley. Under race conditions, anyway. He has trialled here, Tom, once a while ago. Gets up from the 14 to the 1650. He's improved with each start so far this campaign. Yeah,
and since winning back 4 runs ago, he has raced honest enough behind Bright Kid Galactic and Sunny Star here. He had to make some ground up in the straight, but he was able to do so, not be too far from them. So interesting at Happy Valley with the big weight here, but I think he's a player, Paul.
Yeah, I've got him in here. I have had time for this horse. Being by Sebring as well, 1650, and the way he races looks good for him.
OK, so he's a possible inclusion there. What about Maldives then, Paul? 4th last time out after swinging wide into the straight, still only beaten a length. Yeah,
it was a nice run from this horse. Now, it'll be interesting to see what they do at barrier number 2, because he did get well back from the wide draw there with Blake Shin aboard. Change of jockey now. Neil Callan will take them out. Look, he finished off the race fairly, so definitely one I've got in.
Yeah, he kept making ground out wider. I think he's going to be a big player in this race. Nothing wrong here with the 1650 for him, so he'd be the one I'd be looking at here.
All right, Royal Racer, nothing wrong with his credentials coming to this either, Tom, with a second, a first and a third to his name so far this campaign.
Yeah, I mentioned the speed map before, what they decided to do with him out of gate number 9 this time round. He's had 11 and 1 and 13 in his last 3 outings. He's only beaten 2 1/4 here. He was staying on nicely down on the fence there. The winner was off and gone, really, some street somewhere, but it wasn't a bad effort. Just sort of had a few queries where he'd be in the run pool from 9.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put him in the end, because I just wondered where he was going to be there. But look, he stayed on nice enough there, didn't he?
OK, one more race to have a look at. And of course, it includes Lady First, Paul, and Zhang Rocks. Could this be the night for Lady First? A first win at start 36?
No, I don't think so. Look, he's had so many chances, this horse. Barrier number 6, he's got Joe Moreira aboard. He's going to get his opportunity. He'll loom up at some stage, just whether he can finish off the race. Zhang Rocks, I'm interested in him. He's been going quite well in his couple of starts.
In that replay, that was Nunchucks finishing off down the outside. Of course, he won again at the weekend. You're getting unders with Joe Moreira on board for Lady First at 3.2. I'm only in on a very minor line. I'll try and keep the faith.
All right, punters say, though, Paul, at this stage, he should be favourite for the race.
Yep, you can deal me out of that. I'm going to go for one at a bit of value here, actually. A couple of, he's an each-way price. Best for you, last 4 starts, hampered, tough trip. Barrier number 3 for him. He's been very unlucky at those last 4. I think he's going to get his opportunity in this. Judy's Star, the one to beat for me. I think he's going to get a nice run. 1650 looks ideal. Then Zhang Rocks and Maldives in there for 4th. 7, 1, 3 and 5.
Maldives is the one on top for me. I think he should get a nice run through from gate number 2 and the way he was finishing off there. I think he can go close this time round. Maldives. Judy's Star is in. Royal Racer. someone in the team has to keep the faith. So on a very minor line, Lady first. Normally I'm the first one to abandon ship on those horses, but 5, 1, 8 and 9.
I haven't quite deserted the ship either, Tom. I've got the same 4 numbers, exactly the same order as you in actual fact. 5, 1, 8 and 9 for me as well. Maldives the one to beat.